Hey, I'm Lex, and this is Danielson Steel Toes. Welcome to my garden. Today's an exciting day because I am getting ready to put in my fall crops. I started some seeds back in early July, but I have a lot of root vegetables and other things that I need to direct sow. And my potatoes are taking up a lot of space and they're ready to come out. So I'm gonna get out there, pull out a bunch of potatoes. We'll be ready to go ahead and plant some seeds for fall. So I'm really excited to show you the process today. So overall the potato patch looking pretty good. These are all like a variety of white potatoes, and I think I need to leave these ones in the ground for probably another couple weeks. They are starting to die back, but they're not fully died back yet. There's lots of weeds and other random things growing through here, but they're okay. I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. What I'm gonna focus on is pulling out the red potatoes, which are back there. So as you can see back here where I've got the red potatoes, they are pretty much died back and they're getting pretty well covered with some weeds that have sprouted through and whatever that is. And then all of my sweet potatoes here are crawling over and starting to cover up. So I need to get in here and dig these up to have some more space for the sweet potatoes and hopefully have a little bit of room left for some of my fall crops. So one thing that's going to be interesting to see is how well the landscape fabric held up with the potatoes. That was kind of one of my bigger concerns when I put this in, and there's a video that I took of when I did that, and I made the comment like, it might be kind of hard to dig out all the potatoes. So we're going to see. So I pulled out the potato plants from this first row so I could have access to pulling up the paper, and as I did that, several potatoes came out with it. So now I'm gonna pull back all of this landscape fabric and dig up what's underneath of it. And so far it's been pretty easy to do this. The landscape fabric worked pretty good to keep out all the weeds. I'm happy with that. There you go. Yeah, these are totally ready. Look how big they are. Uh-oh, cut one in half. Okay, first row of potatoes are up. This is the harvest from the first row potatoes. And interestingly enough, these were the potatoes, my red pantry potatoes that I had from Aldi's. I had some old potatoes that were sprouting in my pantry, and I dried them out, stuck them in the ground, and look, this is what we get out of it. I'm gonna work on that row, which is red Norland potatoes. I got the seed sets from like Home Depot. This time I actually left the potato plants in the ground while I pulled back the landscape fabric, and it actually wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy to do that. Some of them got a little bit stuck, but I was able to get it out okay. It's an extra step to remove all the straw and the landscape fabric, obviously, when digging these up, but as you can see, like, there's no weeds for the most part. I mean, kept the weed control down pretty good and left me some really nice looking soil underneath. It's humid today. Halfway done. Look at this monster potato. This is the biggest one yet so far. It's huge. It is as big as my hand. And this is just like, this is a red Norland potato. That was big. potato harvest today for our red potatoes. So again, these on this side were from my pantry potatoes, and then all of these are the red Norland potato seeds, and you can just see the size and the quantity is much greater than the pantry potatoes. So while I still got something from them, I didn't get nearly as many as I did from the seeds potatoes that I got from the store. So in a pinch, definitely try and reuse the potatoes in your pantry if you have them and want to try and replant them. But as you can see, the quality may be different and much better if you start them from potato starts. I mean, these are so big. This is the biggest one. And then there's a couple white potatoes in there somehow that got pulled out. So harvesting potatoes can be a little bit of messy work, but that's okay. It's still really fun. It's kind of like a treasure hunt, digging in the dirt, trying to find your potatoes. It's actually kind of fun. I enjoy doing it. That's how you harvest your potatoes. So at this point, what you're going to want to do with them, you could obviously eat them fresh and right away, or if you want to try and keep them stored for a little while, find a cool, dark place that's also dry that you can lay your potatoes out on, maybe like on some newspaper in a dark closet or a basement. And you want the temperature to be around 55-60 degrees if you can. And at that point, you're just going to lay them out and let them, what is called curing. And the curing is making the skins pretty tough because, for example, when I was digging some of these up, I nicked a couple, and they're really moist still and really soft. So when you have them curing, and probably like at least a week or two, the outsides of your potato skins are going to get tougher, and then they're going to keep for longer. And after the curing is done, you can go ahead and store them in just like a cool, dark place. I'm not like a potato expert or anything, but just from experience, you know, they can keep for quite a while if they're stored properly. So do your research on how to store them. But they're really simple. I mean, I've grown potatoes before, and I've always had pretty good luck with them. I do have really sandy soil here, so it seems like roots do really well in my soil, but really potatoes are like a plant it and forget it crop. I put these in, it was like mid-May, May 16th or something around there. Today is August 8th, so I haven't done anything for these. I haven't watered them specially, I haven't mulched them specially. Once they're put in the ground, like you saw, I had that landscape fabric over it, and I put mulch on top, and that's about it. I've left it alone this whole time. I've had no real maintenance, and when it's time to dig it up, you have great, healthy potatoes. If you are new to gardening, I would suggest trying potatoes. I mean, there's different methods to do them in like barrels and garbage cans, grow bags. I mean, there's always different kinds of ways to do it, but just try planting potatoes. You're bound to get something, so I recommend you try. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button and like this video. Share if you found it useful, and get on to starting my soil amendments for our fall crops. So check that one out. Thank you, have a great day, and do something you love today. Bye.